2024. They are the couple from the Czech Republic, Radka Kavashikova and Renee Novotny, world silver medalists 3 years ago. Since then, they've earned no world titles. They are coached by the greatest pair skater of all time, Irina Rodnina. 25 years ago, Rodnina stood on the gold medal podium. For Radka and Renee, tonight is their last hope to ever share that feeling with their coach.
The next competitors representing the Czech Republic.
As Sandra mentioned earlier, they have trained on and off at Lake Arrowhead in California, but for this championship, they returned to Prague to kind of get their body clocks in tune with this time zone.
They want this title so badly. They know they can do it, but they've never managed to put two performances back to back. Most difficult moves will know how their nerves are immediately. Wonderful recovery. They cannot afford to make another mistake. Well-choreographed program. Watch the reverse death spiral sequence.
outstanding performance by 20-year-old Radka Kovarchikova, 31-year-old Renee Novotny.
They're engaged to be married. Their relationship blossomed in California, and that romance certainly translates onto the ice. Their happy coach, Irina Rodnina. They've been waiting a long time to skate like this, but they did make one error. Shishkova and Almov did not. But they are the most lyrical in movement, and I think they're an excellent combination of technical power, grace, and elegance. And here's that error, the side-by-side triple toe jumps. He doubles. She can't hang on. But what a wonderful recovery, because the rest of the program was clean. And it'll be interesting to see how much importance the judges place on that one jump.
Now the first set of marks from the judges.
5-7, 5-8, 5-8, 5-6.
They're strong marks. They seem just a touch lower than the Russians.
5-7, 5-7.
It'll depend on the artistic mark now.
5-9,
And here are the second set of marks, and that puts them ahead of the Russians.
5-9.
The choreography and the relationship on the ice, the lyrical movement's been rewarded.
And Jenny Mino of the United States, she and Todd Sand are now in third place and in the running for a medal. But will their marks hold up? Jenny watches and waits. Gold medal for Germany in 13 years, and they have a bit of history. This couple and this moment and dreams of Olympic glory were shattered. A month later, they bravely competed at last year's Worlds. And last month, they became European champions. Now in pursuit of a world championship.
The title's within their reach, but it has to be a clean performance. We've listened to Puccini, Schubert, and Verdi. Now it's time for a little art of noise. Side triple toes, the mistake from the Czechs. They've made their recovery, like the Czechs. Well, there goes the gold. Betzel in order to stay on the podium. Huge, but 2 foot. From that horrible fall at the Olympics, they have been known to struggle with their nerves, and they've had many poor performances in the past. But this one's going to cost them. Oh boy, when you get out of sync with your partner, sometimes it's just impossible to get it back together.
With one Russian pair still to skate, it makes the fortunes of Todd Sand and Jenny Mino look even better. Betzel and Steuer, and particularly Mandy Betzel, you can tell by the look on her face, boy, their performance here has to come as a surprise and a shock to many.
A real disappointment. You know, they've only been together for 3 years, and when you start making mistakes, you have to rely on your experience to get you back together, and that's what Kovačíková and Novotny did. But these two didn't have any experience to back them up. Started off with the side-by-side triple toe. She went down, and she just couldn't get it back together and control those jitters. Side-by-side double axels. Again, it's Mandy's and Ingo's time, but mostly Mandy's in this performance. But when a pair makes an error, both take responsibility.
For Mandy Wilson and Ingo Still for technical merit. 5-5, 5-6. 5-6, 5-4.
And the first
5,
set of marks
6,
are certainly
5,
not up to gold medal
5,
status.
5-6.
Maybe not podium
4.
status.
Marks for presentation. 5-6, 5-6, 5-6, 5.
So those marks drop Betzel and Steuer to fourth place.
5-7, 5-6, 5-5.
Medal chances looking up for Jenny and Todd. Final pair takes the ice from Russia, Marina Yeltsova and Andrei Bushkov, and they represent the final obstacle to a bronze medal for Jenny Mino and Todd Sand of the United States, who began this final phase of the competition in 5th place. They have moved up to 3rd.
But when you're sitting in 4th place, you don't look over your shoulder. You look ahead, and this couple is perfectly capable of a podium performance. They too have an extremely difficult program. Some say too difficult, particularly because of the intricacies in between the tricks. Opening up on that throw triple Salchow is a huge mistake. Nice recovery.
So far, Sandra, the question is, clean enough to wrest the bronze, or maybe even more from the front runners?
Well, what's interesting here is that where Jenny and Todd excel on throws and intricate lifts, this couple is struggling. Their lifts are more simple, and they've missed the throw triple sal, and yet they're doing the difficult side-by-side jumps. What's more important? We'll find out. The other thing that's noticeable is their visible lack of speed. All these intricacies are holding them up.
Yeltsova and Bushkov, and as the judges contemplate their performance, it's nail-biting time in the American camp.
Almost no reaction from the audience to this performance. They have very interesting elements between the moves. Watch how they hold hands here on the landing of that throw double axel. No one else does that. But every other pair landed this throw triple Salchow, and this could mean a lot. She opened up, didn't do it.
And now the all-important marks from the judges.
For technical errors, 5-6, 5.
Those are quite low. Often the panel of judges don't even realize how difficult those intricacies are. They may not be worth the effort.
And now the marks that will determine who wins what. And Jenny Mino and Todd Sand see it as bronze.
5-7, 5-6, 5-6.
Downstairs, the celebration for the Czechs as well. The gold goes to Kavarshikova and Novotny. Meanwhile, Marianne is with Jenny and Todd.
Jenny and Todd, tears in your eyes, a surprise bronze medal.
Very much a surprise. We didn't expect it. We went out there and we skated because we loved to skate tonight, not worrying about the placement, and it really paid off.
The last time the U.S. won a bronze medal in the World Championships was you, Todd, 1991 with your former partner, but now you go home with a bronze medal with your fiancé.
It's very special. Very special. I don't know what else to say. We're thrilled.
Please,
Thanks.
we have to China.
Congratulations.
Congratulations indeed. A tight squeeze. How did it happen, Sandra?
Well, Greg, you have to remember that there were 3 couples in contention for the medal, and each judge ranks each couple. As you can see here, Mino and Sand and Yeltsova and Bushkov both get 3/3. That's a tie. So then you have to go to the 4th places. Mino and Sand have 4 4th places. Yeltsova and Bushkov have 2. So that means Mino and Sand came ahead by 2 judges.
So bronze to Mino and Sand, silver to Shishkova and Naumov. Marianne Grabovoy has the gold medalist.
I cannot believe it. It's just really, really happy.
Your coach, Irina Rodnina, has stood by you through thick and thin. What does she mean to you?
She means very much to both of us. She's a great coach and a great friend and great person.
It went right down to the final performance. There you see the top finishers. Earlier this evening, Kyoko Ina and Jason Dungeon of the U.S. skated and finished 8th. More to come. We'll be back. National champion Nicole Bobek take on 5-time European champion Surya Bonali. Then on Sunday night, it's the men's final with Todd Eldridge and defending world champion Elvis Stojko. On the ice here at the National Exhibition Center, the USA's Jenny Mino and Todd Sand with their bronze medals. And for the gold medalists, Radka Kovarchikova and Renee Novotny, the national anthem of the Czech Republic. But the heart of a true champion doesn't surrender. Alexei Urmanov, Russia's Olympic champion. No one doubts his ability. Urmanov's countryman, Ilya Kulik, just 17. The Frenchman, Philippe Candeloro, in a world where image is sometimes everything, some worry that for him, it is the only thing. He was all but forgotten, his career written off. America's Todd Eldridge, once again a champion, still with so much to prove. And Scott Davis, he's never succeeded at this level. Can the 2-time American champion change his fate? Each of these men wants what Elvis Stojko has, for now, the World Championship. Castles aren't so functional now as they are decorative and definitive, landmarks of a country rich in tradition, history, and hospitality. And that hospitality has been extended to the world this week here in Birmingham, England, and the National Exhibition Center is filled to capacity to view the crowning of figure skating's royalty. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our continuing coverage of the 1995 World Figure Skating Championships. Along with Sandra Bezic, I'm Greg Gumbel, with a reminder for you. Coming up this evening, 3 hours of primetime coverage, which will include the ladies' final. That means 5-time European champion Surya Bonali and reigning U.S. champion Nicole Bobek. But first up, the men's short program today, and there are names galore. The combatants everyone is well aware of. The top three finishers from the '94 Olympic Games, Alexei Urmanov, Elvis Stojko, and Philippe Candeloro, as well as Americans Todd Eldridge and Scott Davis. And the focus all week long, Sandra, has been the Canadian Elvis Stojko.
Well, Elvis is the reigning world champion, and that means it's the hardest thing to do, defend a title. But it's going to be even more difficult for Elvis because 2 months ago at the Canadian Nationals, he injured his ankle. Things got better, but then this week it happened again. So there's a lot of mystery surrounding his performance.
In the United States, there's no mystery as to who the popular young man is. It's national champion Todd Eldridge.
And what a comeback story for Todd. It's just incredible. He's had 3 very difficult years, but in '91 he was on this podium, and he would like to get back there this year, and I think it's possible.
All right, Sandra, still, when he takes the ice here, all eyes will be on Elvis Stojko and, more importantly, on that injured ankle. For more on him, let's check in with Marianne Grabovoy.
Thank you, Greg. The official diagnosis is a torn ligament in the right ankle, but Elvis told me today that the ankle is also affecting his right knee, which is his landing leg for the triple axel. When he came here to Birmingham a week and a half ago, he said he was feeling pretty good. But then Tuesday morning in a practice session, he under-rotated a triple axel, and as you can tell from this video, it stung pretty good. He stayed on the ice for a few more minutes and then went to therapy. He's been using mainly acupuncture therapy, 1 to 2 sessions per day. He says the acupuncture therapy works best for him. I spoke to Elvis just a few minutes ago, and he told me the key is warming up the ankle as best as he can. And then he said, without a question, the fact that he's here competing at all is a victory in itself. Bottom line, touch and go. Greg, back to you.
All right, Marianne, and as we get underway, these are the elements required in the men's short program. Sandra, which ones are the most important?
Well, Greg, they're all important because an omission of any one is an automatic 0.5 deduction. But the highest risk element would be the jump combination. For these men, that's a triple-triple or a triple-double. Usually they'll perform it at the beginning of their program. The next most difficult is the step sequence into a triple jump. It takes good timing and good concentration.
And ready to go onto the ice now is Eric Millot of France, the 4-time French national champion.
He went down on his combination at the European Championships a few weeks ago, putting him out of contention.
Went over to Canada to train with Elvis Stojko's coach, Doug Lee. He was supposed to be there for 10 days. He stayed for just a week. Got homesick for his little 2.5-month-old baby girl.
But those 7 days with Doug Lee were worth it. His triple axel is much improved, and he opens with his combination. Into his triple jump. Watch this footwork. Extremely difficult on one foot. Too bad. It was an excellent start with this combination. This is going to cost him.
to have recovered well. The word on Eric is good skater, but inconsistent.
The fall on that triple flip will cost him a .4 in the technical mark. But he opened up very strongly with the triple combination. Most of these guys have triple triples planned, and it all depends on how good the first jump is. The triple axel is actually 3.5 rotations, too high in order to handle the landing, so he did a double. No deduction there. But too bad. This is a wonderful footwork sequence into his triple flip. Nothing wrong with the jump until the landing. He just couldn't get out in time. It was a nice straight jump.
Merci.
Marks for Millot for required.
And the marks for Eric Millot.
5-0, 5-1.
They are all 5 zeros and 5 ones.
5-1, 5-1, 5-1.
Next marks will go up. It was an excellent program, very well
Marks for
choreographed.
presentation. 5-5, 5-5. 5-5, 5-8, 5-4, 5-6.
So Eric Millot's
5,
short program is in the books.
5-5.
And just off the ice, awaiting his cue, the defending world champion, Elvis Stojko. How's his mindset? How's his ankle? We'll know soon. He skates next.
The next competitor, representing...
Well, all week long, questions have been asked of and about Elvis Stojko. He is about to provide the answers. The defending world champion twisted his right ankle 6 weeks ago at the Canadian Championship and had to withdraw. He felt pain again at a practice early this week. Can he compete effectively? Can he defend his title?
I know of no stronger competitor than Elvis Stojko. He says pain is all in your head. He can handle it. He opens with his triple-triple combination. That was fantastic. Triple-triple. Thinking through every step sequence into the triple Lutz. Yes.
If the ankle is bothering him, Elvis Stojko shows no sign of it. age 16, Elvis Stoico had earned a black belt in karate. Perhaps the inner strength one acquires with that has served him well here.
He is one tough competitor. Just incredible.
The crowd absolutely wild over Elvis's performance. His coach, Doug Lee, his choreographer, Ushi Kessler.
You are superhuman.
And we know Doug Lee's opinion of Elvis's performance fighting through the pain out there.
I had to toe up there.
He opened with this perfect triple-triple combination. The height, the distance, strong landing, very easy second triple. Just fantastic.
And here are the marks. Elvis likes them, his coach likes them, and what's not to like?
5, 8.
They're solid. There is room above.
5, 8. 5,
They have to leave room for the rest of the skaters.
Marks for presentation. 5, 7. 5.
And now the second set of marks.
8. 5, 7. 5, 8.
Some of the European judges don't like his skating, his style. They prefer a more classical line.
But a solid performance by Elvis Stoico, and still to skate. Major contenders a month ago at the European Championships. No one was quite ready for Ilya Kulik, but Ilya Kulik was ready. The 17-year-old from Russia produced the performance of his young life. And don't forget the Olympic gold medalist. Kulik's countryman, Alexei Ermanov, will skate next. Right now, Marianne is with Elvis Stoico.
Elvis, first of all, how's the ankle feel?
Great. There's so much adrenaline going on. I guess I wasn't really focused on the ankle, just on the performance.
What did you tell yourself before you went out there today to skate?
That all I was concerned about is the challenge towards myself, what I've done the last few weeks, what I had to go through, and that this is for me, and that it has nothing to do with medals, it has nothing to do with victory. I came here not to win, but to do my best, and to get through this, and to do the best I can, and there's no way I'm going to back down.
Given such a strong men's field, what will it take in the free skate to defend your title here?
Well, I never really thought about it. I guess if I skate clean and the other guys skate clean, that's up to the judges. So once again, you know, the short program is always stressful to get through. I got through it, and the long program is a little bit more relaxing. But do the same thing I did tonight or this afternoon, and enjoy every minute of it.
Will you attempt a quad?
Most likely.
Good luck.
The next competitor.
All right, Marianne, Elvis Stoico has set the pace. The first to challenge, Russia's Alexei Ermanov. Just 20 years old when he won the gold in Lillehammer last year. The youngest Olympic men's gold medalist in 47 years is now in search of his first world title.
But I bet he's thinking about that 6th place finish at the Europeans in the short program just a few weeks ago. To skate a clean performance, but many felt that the title should have gone to Elvis. The controversy still continues today. Skating to Verde's Rigoletto, it's in total contrast to Elvis's total Total Recall music.
I don't suppose you could just pop into any old store and pick up one of those shorts he's wearing, is it?
Well, if there's a shortage of ice time in Russia, there certainly isn't a shortage of sequence.
Olympic champion Alexei Urmanov. What did you think, Sandra?
Well, he's visibly disappointed. Not just because of the mistake on the triple-triple combination, triple-double, but also because the entire performance was slow and cautious. He knows it's not up to par. Here's that combination. Nice triple axel. Actually too high. The landing was out of control and he simply couldn't, I mean, barely did that double. Hopped around on his toe, real problem.
5-6, 5-4, 5-5.
And the first set of marks from the judges reflect the problems that Urmanov had out on the ice. Not what he was looking for.
No, those are pretty low. He'll need these next marks. They need to go up.
5-8. 5-7.
They've gone up a bit.
5-6.
More than likely, those will keep him in the final group, but he has some catching up to do. Alexei Urmanov.
5-6, 5-7, 5-6.
And in the wings, American Scott Davis lacing up the skates and awaiting his chance to vie for the World Championship. We've seen some of the biggest names in the men's field take to the ice and strut their stuff. The defending champion, Elvis Stoiko. And the Olympic gold medalist from Russia, Alexei Urmanov. The biggest difference in the two, their combinations. Elvis with a triple-triple, Urmanov, a triple-double. And two more big guns are getting ready to fire. Olympic bronze medalist Philippe Candeloro and the newly crowned U.S. men's national champion Todd Eldridge. Welcome back to the National Exhibition Center here in Birmingham, England. And now onto the ice, almost looking too young to be taking part in such a major event, but with a major title, the European Championships, already in his trophy case at home, 17-year-old Russian Ilya Kulik.
He was the world junior champion just a few months ago, a meteoric rise. And what a talent this guy is. He's out of the game.